From 1900 to 1960, over 600 cartoon shorts featuring black characters were produced by some of Hollywood's greatest white animators and biggest film studios. These film shorts portrayed blacks in a racially derogatory and stereotypical manner as cannibals, coons, mammies, and step-and-fetch-it characters with exaggerated features and ignorant dialect.
Well, shut on there. Rabbit tracks.
In the 1950s, several of these racist cartoons were shown on television. As a result of the civil rights movement in the 1960s, the racial content of many of these cartoons was edited out, or the cartoons were pulled from television altogether. Notably, the Censored 11, a group of Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies cartoons, were banned from broadcasts because they were deemed to be too offensive for contemporary audiences. In the case of the Censored 11, racist themes were so essential and so completely pervasive in the cartoons that no amount of selective editing could ever make them acceptable for distribution. After 60 years of negative cartoon images, it wasn't until the late 1960s, early 1970s that Saturday morning television cartoons started to feature image-affirming black animated characters with a modern look and positive storylines that delivered culturally relevant messages. For the first time, black children saw cartoon characters that looked, talked, and acted more realistically like them, such as Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, as well as more positive depictions of their favorite black music icons and sports heroes, like the Jackson 5, the Harlem Globetrotters, and Muhammad Ali in I Am the Greatest. For the first time, black children had cartoon role models who taught positive messages like family values, the importance of education, friendship, civic duty, personal responsibility, and sportsmanship. For the first time, cartoons like Josie and the Pussycats, Star Trek, and Kid Power featured strong female characters and multicultural casts. These cartoons not only changed the way that black kids saw themselves, but the way that white kids saw them as well. Also, for the first time, black people like Bill Cosby and Berry Gordy led development of animated television programming featuring black characters from concept through to art creation and production. The 1970s revolution in how black animation characters were developed and portrayed in Hollywood represents historic change and the ultimate manifestation of Dr. Martin Luther King's dream. For the first time, characters of all races lived, played, and worked together as equals. 40 years later, the legacy of these revolutionary cartoons has eclipsed the stereotypical images that came before and have paved the way for a new generation of black animation, like The Proud Family, Little Bill, Static Shock, Fillmore, and Doc McStuffins. The black character revolution has come full circle, with positive black animated characters driving box office receipts of animated feature films and sales of movie-based video games. Black characters have starred in 7 of the top 10 highest-grossing animated films and 4 of the top 10 highest-grossing animated film franchises of all time: Ice Age, Madagascar, The Lion King, and Shrek. Queen Latifah, Chris Rock, Whoopi Goldberg, and Eddie Murphy portray positive animal characters with a black attitude, which is a significant departure from the negative black animal character portrayals of the previous century. Not surprisingly, 40 years later, the black character revolution generation would be the first to produce and elect the first black president of the United States.